picture a single summer from when you were 8. You can feel the grass prickling the backs of your legs. The heat sits heavy on your shoulders. The whole afternoon stretches out ahead of you, endless. That summer felt like it would never ever end. Now think about last March. What do you actually remember from it? A meeting or two, the weather, vaguely, 3 months of your one life, nearly gone. This is not nostalgia, and it's not your imagination. Psychologists have been studying this since the 1800s. Neuroscientists have scanned living brains and watched it happen. Physicists have written equations just trying to explain it. 3 completely different fields, one strange conclusion. Time is not speeding up out there in the world. Something real is changing inside your brain, and once you know what, you cannot see days the same. The oldest answer to this puzzle is from 1877. Paul Janet, a French philosopher, was asking a simple question. What if each year feels shorter because it actually is? Not in clock time, but as a fraction of your life. At 5, 1 year is 20% of all you have lived. At 50, that same year is barely 2%. Every year you live makes the next one feel smaller. Think back to being 7 years old, your first bike ride down the block, your first sleepover lying awake in someone else's dark, your first real heartbreak, the kind that changes you. Back then, your brain had no shortcuts at all. Nothing was routine, nothing was familiar. So your brain recorded everything in high resolution. Every sound, every smell, every flicker of feeling. A child's brain is a novelty machine, always on. In 2019, Duke University physicist Adrian Bejan noticed something odd. As neural networks age, they grow more complex. More complex networks slow the brain's signals down. Your brain processes fewer mental images per second. Think of it like a camera. A young brain shoots at 60 frames per second. An older one drops to 24. Fewer frames, fewer moments recorded, and when fewer moments land, the years blur past. Here's why some moments land and others don't. Your brain has a gatekeeper, the hippocampus. When something new happens, dopamine floods in. That signal flags the moment as worth keeping. The brain stores it in rich, layered detail. But your usual commute, your usual lunch, nothing fires. The brain barely glances at familiar things. Think of memory as a photo album. The camera only clicks when something new walks by. Meet 2 people, same age, same 365 days ahead. Same alarm, same commute, same desk, same lunch, same route home, same couch, same screen. Person B takes a different road today. Tries a dish they have never cooked before. Learns one strange new thing before the week ends. Both lived 365 days, but only one of them has 365 photographs. The other has one photograph repeated 365 times. Psychologists have a name for the album that stays full. They call it the reminiscence bump. Ask anyone over 40 their most vivid memories. Almost all of them land between age 10 and 30. Those were the years of maximum firsts. First love, first heartbreak, first time living alone. Your brain was meeting the whole world fresh. It flagged every moment as worth keeping. Those years are dense with memory because they had to be. But what happens when nothing forces you to notice? You wake up, same alarm, same coffee, same road. Your brain has seen it all 1,000 times. So it quietly stops recording. Researchers call this living on autopilot. On autopilot, the camera stops firing entirely. You can live through an entire year this way. Look back at it and find almost nothing there. Not because nothing happened, but because nothing was stored. But there is a way to change what gets stored. Being truly present forces your brain to record more. Mindfulness meditators in labs report time actually slowing down. More presence means more detail encoded, more frames per second. 2 hours of scrolling, afterward almost nothing remains. Now think about one sunset you truly watched. Every color, every cloud, the cool air on your skin, that single moment lives in you, permanently. Now here is the strangest part. In deep flow, time seems to vanish. You look up and hours have slipped by. That sounds like exactly what we are trying to avoid. But look back a week later. Those flow hours feel vivid and richly detailed. 2 hours of scrolling leaves almost nothing encoded. The goal was never to feel each second tick. It is to fill your life with moments worth finding. A Dutch psychologist named Douwe Draaisma studied exactly this. He found that years do not actually compress. What compresses is the memory inside them. A year with no anchors collapses in retrospect. Nothing to hold, nothing to call it real, but a year with even one landmark stretches. Draaisma called these moments temporal landmarks. A trip, a new skill, a hard conversation. You can create them deliberately, that is literally manufacturing more time. So here is what you can actually do. The prescription is simple and it costs almost nothing. Learn a skill you have never tried before. Walk into a neighborhood you have never visited. Strike up a real conversation with a stranger. Each one of those is a new photograph, a fresh anchor planted on your personal timeline. More anchors, more time when you look back. There is a second tool, even simpler. Write it down. A journal forces your brain to encode the day. Pull out a journal from 10 years ago. It can feel like a second lifetime. An unrecorded decade collapses into almost nothing. The third tool is quieter still. Mindfulness trains you to notice what is around you. Noticing is recording. Every moment you pay real attention to becomes a memory. And memories are time. So life does not speed up as you age. Your brain simply records less that is new. Fewer new things, fewer memories. And fewer memories means less time, in retrospect. The years that felt long were the years that were full. Full of firsts, of presence, of deliberate moments. You are not running out of time. You are running low on novelty. And novelty is something you can choose. So ask yourself one honest question. When was the last time you did something for the very first time? Not almost new, genuinely, completely new. Something your brain had no script for. That flutter of not knowing what comes next. That is where time lives. Not in the routine, not in the scroll. In the moments your brain decides to keep. Those moments are still yours to choose. When was the last time?